Welcome to Your Wellbeing RX. I'm Becca.
And I'm Sharlyn. Today we're focusing on mobility and flexibility from the core down. So hips, legs, ankles, all the areas that help you move with ease and flow.
Whether you're feeling a little stiff or just want to improve your range of motion, this session will help you move better and feel better.
No equipment needed, just yourself, a mat, and some space to move. This workout feels amazing and you'll feel great afterwards too. Are you ready? Let's get started.
The first thing we'll do today is find some circles in the legs. So starting with the right ankle, we're going to start to find a circle in that right ankle. So moving around generously, around in a full circle, you can lift the heel off the ground so you're coming to the ball of the foot and then moving around in that full range of motion, starting to get juicy in the joints, moving the fluid around in there. And we're going to go up the legs. So then we're going to move to the knee. So same movement, but we're thinking of the knee as the leader or the driver now. So you might have a little bit more range of motion. We're starting to feel that internal and external rotation, juicing up the knee joint.
Feels good.
Now we're going to move up a little higher and start to make the leader, the driver, the left hip. It's the right hip. The right hip.
Whichever hip.
We started with the right side. So we're up into the hip now. We're making that circle. It's gentle, but we're just starting to find some movement. Good. Then we can move into the full pelvis. So just find some small circles. Keep going the same direction before we move on to the other side. Good. Now starting with the other side, the left side, we can start to find that circle in the ankle. Moving down from the ground, moving up. So full range of motion. It might be a little crunchy, that's okay. If there's any pain, then you can make your range of motion smaller. Good. Then moving that motion up to the knee. So find the knee as the driver. The range of motion might be slightly larger. Some internal, external rotation, starting to feel more present. Good, then moving up to the hip. So feeling the driver as that left hip, finding, drawing the circle. And now we can move to the full pelvis again. Find that same circle, same direction. Utilizing the whole leg. Good. Now ground down on that left foot and we're going to start to lift the knee out to the side a few times. So we'll alternate legs. So you're going to lift one leg up and out, then step on that foot, other leg up and out. So you can flex the foot, you can point the foot. It's more about the range of motion in the hip and the knee. So moving from side to side, starting to lift the knee, a little bit more mobilization in the hip joint, finding some stability, finding some balance. A couple more times here. Starting to feel some engagement in the core and the hips.
Lots of balance.
Yeah.
All right, let's ground in the center and we're gonna rotate the hips out. So as you rotate out, you might notice your foot rotates out at the same time. You don't need a huge amount of external rotation. So it can be a smaller V or a bigger V, but go ahead and zip up from your heels to your upper rear thighs. And from here, go ahead and just center, lift and lower the right heel. So press down and notice how that feels in the foot. So we're working from the foundation up. One or two more times. I know it feels great. And then lifting the right heel, hold the heel up, and I'm gonna center my weight, long left hip, drawing my right foot a little closer. You can stay grounded, or you can lift, and we're just gonna lift and lower, aiming the knee out and back. Maybe one or two more times. So feel that range of motion.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, breathe. And then just place that foot down. You can shake out. And here's a good part. So we'll just rotate a few times each direction to release any tension
Around the world.
around the world. Let's go the other way. Easy breathing will really help you release tension through the hips and lower back. And then we come back to that externally rotated position, zipping up, feel all the way through the ankles, upper rear thighs, and in and up through the core, shoulders back and down. And then we'll lift and lower, left heel up and down. Feel the foot, feel the ankle. 1 or 2 more times. Pain-free range, all of this is pain-free. One side is a little easier to balance on than the other,
Yeah.
right? So
It's way easier.
This is my less talented side. So watch Rebecca here. We can draw this left foot in and rotate out, open out, long right hip. And we're just gonna draw up and down. Yes, solid as a rock. That's my story. Let's do a few more. Think about your posture, find a focal point to look at, something that's not moving. And you might notice range of motion is different one side to the other, and that's okay. All right, step out, maybe 1 or 2 circles each direction. And then we get to have a little fun with, with some posterior and anterior tilting of the pelvis. Doesn't that sound fun?
I want to keep doing this.
Well, we can't. We have to move on. So from here, just bend the knees and place your hands on your thighs and draw your abdominals in and up. We'll support this. And then we'll do a posterior pelvic tilt, tucking the tailbone under so the lower back feels like it's flattening out. And then we'll do a little arch. So try that a few more times. We're not involving the rest of the spine right now. Just tailbone to the top of the pelvis.
That's difficult to isolate.
It is difficult to isolate
the
that.
tail, actually.
Now this time, let's allow ourselves to do a full cat. So round the back, hollow your belly, look at your belly button, and just open your shoulder blades because it feels so good. Yeah. And then from the tailbone, lift the tailbone first. And then lift the heart and a gentle arch. Drop the shoulder blades back and down. And then round one more time. Your knees are gently bent. And let's round all the way up, sliding your hands up your thighs, rolling your shoulders back and down. I know.
Nice.
Feels good.
All right, we're going to move into a lunge series.
Okay.
So we'll take the left leg in front, and then we can come down to a sort of half lunge with the back knee down. So we're going to move forward into this lunge, and you can gently touch your hands down to the mat and then acknowledge the upper space. So we're going to gently arch the upper back as we inhale, and you can look slightly up. Then we're going to exhale, flex the foot, round the spine, tuck the head, closing the front, opening the back. So we inhale, we move forward. Doesn't have to be a major arch in the upper back. We're just acknowledging that the upper space is there. Then we exhale, round the spine, close the front, open the back. So following the breath, we inhale, opening up the front, closing the back. We exhale, using the hands for support. Inhale. Let's do that one more time. Good. Then exhale. Round the spine. Tuck the head. Nice. Now we're going to move into an inner thigh mobility or stretch here. So keep that left leg extended. And we're going to put the right knee directly under the hip, and the hands can come down directly in front of you. So you're almost in a three-legged, like all fours here. So you want to make sure that all 10 toes are facing directly forward and that the pinky toe side of your foot is connected to the mat. So roll your foot down so that pinky toe side, the knife edge, is connected. And then you're going to start to shift the hips directly back, keeping the pinky toe connected until you start to feel the inner thigh saying, hello, I exist, I'm there, and I'm stretching.
Hello.
Then you can shift forward. Good. So sometimes I like to keep my back toe tucked at first so I feel I have a little bit more control over my range of motion. And then you're moving between this weight on the hands and then shifting back. Tail is moving directly back, spine is lengthened. You're breathing, everything's fine. and moving forward.
And remember, if your knee starts to get tender, you can always put another mat or a blanket under
Absolutely,
it.
yeah. Some more support for the knee is always good. Let's do that one more time. Shifting back, inner thigh, and shifting forward. Nice.
I think that's great. Let's come to a seated position, because I think a great complement to that would be bound angle, or kind of a butterfly position. So bringing your feet together, at least a foot distance away from your body, we're kind of find our sitting bones. Can
Where are they?
They're there somewhere. So
They're
find
there.
your sitting bones. Your big toes might be folded out like a book. They might be together. But go ahead and lift your heart so that you feel very tall, stacked ear over shoulders, shoulders over hips. And we'll inhale and lift the knees. Like a butterfly, like a beautiful butterfly.
Oh.
And then we'll exhale and open. And your range of motion might look different than our range of motion, and that's okay if your knees stay a little higher. Just think about letting them kind of get heavy coming down. We'll do that one more time, lifting and then lowering. Inhale one more time, get tall, and then as you exhale, start to hinge forward, leading with your chest, with your sternum. So you'll feel your groin, your inner thighs, your hips.
Yep.
Feels pretty good.
Good.
Good is in the dictionary under the word good.
Yeah.
Over here, inhale, knees up, exhale, sink, and drop forward using the sternum lifting ahead. Let's do it 2 more times. Inhaling and exhaling. I'm going to turn a little to the side so you can see what I'm doing here. As I hinge forward, I'm maintaining a neutral spine rather than rounding. So if you feel yourself rounding, you've gone a little too far. Let's do one more. And just allow yourself to unclench, because a lot of times as we try to mobilize, we start to clench. So unclench and hold for maybe one more breath. You might find a little more depth. You might support. But relax your jaw.
Oh.
Your shoulders. They're not part of this. And then come back up. And you deserve a hug. Here's your hug.
Yay.
Oh, you can even round your back, nod your head yes. Notice any tension in your face. There's nothing, right?
Yep. And now we're going to move to the other side of this inner thigh, lengthening. So
Alrighty.
you can put the right leg extended. That left knee is directly under the hip. Roll the pinky toe side of your foot down onto the mat, all 10 toes facing directly forward. Then you can hinge forward, place the hands down in front of you. Square off your shoulders. The spine is lengthened. It's nice and neutral. Lengthen the back of your neck. Then start to sit the tail back towards that heel behind you. So you're drawing the tail back towards the heel, back towards the wall behind you. And once you start to feel that lengthening sensation, then you can come forward.
Is that what you call that?
It's called a lengthening sensation.
Oh.
Good. The shoulders are relaxed. The core is gently pulling in for support. Everything's fine.
And the breathing is really critical here, right?
Yeah. The inner thighs can be very sensitive, so you want to treat them with care. Let's do 3 more. This is 3. You might start to notice the range of motion can deepen over time.
Yeah.
This is 2. Nice and slow, nice and controlled. Last one. Moving back. I know. Inner thighs. Good. Then we're going to turn to the right and move into our lunge.
Oh.
So keep that leg extended and you're going to move into that lunge. You can place the back knee down. If you need something under your knee, great time to grab it. And we're going to move forward into that front lunge. So as you move forward, you're acknowledging the upper space on the inhale. And then as you exhale, you round the spine, you move back, you flex the foot, you tuck the top of the head. Ooh, that is the back of my leg. Then moving forward, inhale, slight upper back arch, exhale, move into that half split, really closing the front and opening the back. So as you inhale, you open the front. As you exhale, feel the low belly drawing in, opening up the low spine. Good, let's do 2 more. This is 2. Oh.
I can feel all my troubles floating away with this stretch.
Oh.
Is that normal? Does that usually happen?
I think it does. This is 1, last one. Exhale, lengthening the posterior chain.
Oh, nice.
Ooh. Okay.
See.
Now we're gonna move into a pelvic clock. So I'm gonna have Sharlyn lie on her back, supine, in that constructive rest position. So feet are down, knees are up. And then we're gonna find just a nice neutral pelvis to start. So neutral pelvis, you probably have a arch, a natural curve on your low back. Good. And we're gonna imagine there's a clock underneath your pelvis on the ground. The 12 is by your belly button, and the 6 is by your tail, by your sacrum. Okay. So we're just gonna tilt from the 12 to the 6. So start to feel the tail tucking under towards that number 12. Then you can release and untuck towards the number 6. So probably not a huge range of motion. We're trying to move without using much of the legs. So the legs really want to take over, but we're trying to just allow the pelvis to tuck and untuck without a ton of intervention from the muscles of the legs, because those are the huge muscles, right? So using the core to help us, the low belly starts to pull in, the exhale as we tuck. Then inhale, untuck. Nice sense of mobility. Good. Then we're going to start to find a circle. So once you're at 12, you can tuck to 12. Then you go to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So finding that full circle. You can keep going clockwise all the way around. Notice which parts that you don't really feel as comfortable going to, or you feel like you have less range of motion. And then we can change directions to the other side, all the way around. Nice pelvic clock. Usually
it's hard to see this movement, but you can really feel it.
Yeah. Usually there's some sticky places or places where you feel like, ooh, I can't go to 2 or I can't go to 7. So good to just notice those and gently move towards them. Nice.
That's great. Well, let's go to a stretch for the back side of the body. While we're down here, we might as well take advantage. So you can bring your knees towards your chest or your belly, whatever your legs meet first. And you grab behind your thighs and just relax. Aim your tailbone down towards the floor, towards the mat, so that you're not rounded and rolling back, but you have more of a neutral spine for just a moment. And then you can draw a circle with your knees. Your knees are touching, perhaps. And again, almost like the clock that we just did, the pelvic clock with our feet down. Let's just draw a circle.
This feels so good.
Yeah,
You
can really feel spots of tension. Go ahead and rotate the other direction. We're rocking and rolling into our mobility work.
My low back.
It feels fabulous, doesn't it? Your low back.
So nice, yeah.
All right, go ahead and plant your left foot on the ground. So it doesn't matter where it is, as close or as far as you like it. Just get comfy and gently press that left foot into the floor so you feel like you have a foundation there. And then as you draw the right knee towards the chest, just rotate your ankle. So start there, each direction. And we'll work into some hamstring lengthening. We have moved through and gone through range, but part of mobility is flexibility, and we also work with strength and stability. So extend that right leg, and you can hold on behind your thigh, you can hold on behind your calf. Just make sure you're stabilizing and not yanking on that foot. And then go ahead and gently point your toe towards the ceiling, and we're gonna flex, reaching through the heel.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. So you're stabilizing. You can grab your big toe, just wherever you feel good. One more time.
My big toe is so far away.
Your big toe is much further away from you than mine is from me. That's it. And then from here, you're dorsiflexed. Your heel is reaching for the sky and you're lengthening through the back of your leg. Even if you have a bend in the knee, that's fine. Well, let's bend the knee more and draw your thigh towards your belly. And you can hold on behind your right thigh, or you can hold on again to your calf, or you can do a big toe hold, whatever feels good. This is kind of a half baby groin stretch. So drawing the knee in, again, we're not pulling, we're stabilizing. Your thigh can be towards your belly or your chest, or it can even glide to your outer rib cage. And really watch this left knee. You don't want it to float out. Keep it up and grounded. Breathe, maybe one more breath. And again, unclench your jaw, tuck your chin slightly so your neck feels long, and unclench as you exhale. Try this with me. Inhale through your nose, exhale, and just sigh a little bit. And then we'll release this leg finally. And then we'll drop the right ankle over the left thigh and open out like we did earlier in that butterfly pose position. So open out, you can stay here, or you can start to walk the left foot closer, or you can grab on behind your left thigh and just draw in, keeping the right knee aimed away from your face. And just again, the hip, you're gonna feel this. It should feel like a good stretch, not like a sharp pain.
Yeah.
And just, you can even rock side to
Yeah,
side.
sometimes I like to rock side to side because you can really find the area that is a bit tighter and might need some more attention.
More loving care.
More information in some areas than others.
Is that what it is? More information.
It's a gift, the gift of information.
All right, you can drop it back. Both feet go to the floor. And then left knee comes in, rotate the ankle. And then let's straighten the leg. And it doesn't have to be straight, but think of a straight leg. So your brain thinks, I'm trying to straighten this leg. Support. And then point the toe gently without cramping your foot.
Ooh.
Yeah. And then reach through the heel and your toes are pointing towards your forehead now. Try it again, pushing the right foot, just a very gentle press into the floor just to stabilize. Draw your belly in as you point and flex one more time. Should we do it one more time?
Yeah, it's really nice, actually. This is that lengthening sensation I was talking about earlier.
That one suspiciously
that
feels
one
like
lengthening
discomfort, but it's
sensation.
not. Okay, draw the knee into the chest. Your foot is parallel to the ceiling, like you could put an umbrella drink on your foot and it wouldn't spill. What
sounds
umbrella
good?
Drink. Stabilize wherever your range of motion takes you, and then allow, without allowing your right knee to fall out, just allow yourself to release through the groin. Feel the hip. Unclench. Take a big breath through your nose. Exhale and sigh. All right, let's release. And then we'll take that left ankle, not the angle, but ankle over the right thigh and open out like we did in butterfly. Walking in as you feel comfortable, or lifting and aiming out without pushing out on your thigh, and just enjoy the slow rock like a ship in the ocean.
Oh yeah.
Rock the boat. That sounds like a song from the 80s. I was there, I should know. All right. Okay, we're gonna put that right foot down.
Yes.
Left foot down. Extend all the way out. Reach overhead, just like you're waking up in the morning.
So nice.
Point the toes.
Point the toes. Reach out at the fingertips.
And then flex, reach through the heels. Do that one more time. Point and flex. And then slowly bring your arms back down. Bend your knees. Yeah, all this joy and length that we've got to explore. Roll over onto one side. We're going to use that top arm to push ourselves up. And find just a little release. Let's take a couple breaths together. Inhale. Exhale and sigh. One more time.
I love to sigh.
Me too.
Are you feeling more open and juicy, maybe even a little loosey-goosey?
Yes, I am. And if you enjoyed today's workout, don't forget to like and subscribe. And don't forget to write us a quick comment. Those simple things really do help us bring you just more great content.
So keep on taking care of your body, move and groove a little bit every day, and we'll see you next time.